Leonidas drops the stun and drops the full ult. Oh my goodness, look at the health bars. It's a quad kill.
Should find the kill. Lunara will clean up that fight. Oh my god, I can't believe it. It is going to be Soul Shield. You gotta be kidding me.
And Raw to take the 3v1, gets one, looking for the second. Crispy is popping off.
Looks like that Blizzard may connect with 4 people.
Lady Ronin! Oh my goodness, what a chat!
That was really good.
Hello and welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series. I am the Crushinator, and tonight I have a heroic division matchup for you. One that I've not got to do an awful lot this season. I'm excited to get into this division. It's going to be Degen.M versus Imagine. These two teams pretty close to the top of the leaderboard here in terms of the late standings. Imagine and Degen.M in 3rd and 4th place, both with 15 points. Right now, 30K Violet sitting on top with 17. This is a very, very tight race as we get towards the end of the regular season here. Hopefully you're all having an excellent day. We have 9 out of 10 in our lobby right now, so hopefully not too much longer till our 10th arrives, and we will be able to jump straight into our drafts. I am missing my most excellent co-caster. I believe he's off fighting his brother, but maybe he will grace us with his presence at some point today. Let's go over to map select and see what the situation is. Let's see what the situation is in terms of the maps here. Dragonshire and Tomb of the Spider Queen were banned away by Degen.M. Imagine has removed Alterac Pass and Cursed Hollow, taking away some of our bigger 3-lane maps here, and have chosen to take us to Towers of Doom for map number 1. Interesting map bans, Dragonshire and Tomb of the Spider Queen here from Degen.M. At this point in this season, these teams have a lot of info. They've got a lot of data out there. So you'll see map bans a lot around, what a team has been successful with so far. So I'm guessing that's what the Dragonshire and Tomb bans are for, because those are generally pretty popular maps here. Alterac and Cursed, of course, have a very similar playstyle. So I'm guessing Imagine is just not interested in playing those styles. Taking away the 2 maps where double soaking you can't really do. Towers of Doom is definitely a double soaking map though, so we'll see that here in game number 1 just as soon as we get our 10th player. Draft is up. Let us go in. Mundane Zebra wants Goose. I don't know if Goose is around. We'll see if we can find ourselves a Goose after the draft. I'm going to start things off with a Garrosh ban here from Degen.M. I think I hear them. Oh yeah, they're fighting. They are fighting in the hallway. We'll see if we can get them after the draft, as we see a Tracer ban coming on out from Imagine. So that means they're giving up a big meta ban to take that Tracer off the board. You love the zoomed in gameplay background? Thank you, Luminaire. I think it looks pretty cool. I'm trying to get more steady pans, because right now it's still a little bit shaky. I might do some cheesing and record some replays with some more steady camera movement. But I do like the vibe. I do like the vibe. Rhaegar is actually going to be banned out here by Degen.M. Unexpected. I expected them to ban something else and then go for the Johanna Rhaegar trade. But that's going to allow both of the big picks to be banned away here. Not what I was expecting. Degen.M apparently not interested in seeing either of those heroes. What could have happened is it could have come down to a trade. Imagine could have chosen not to ban either of Rhaegar or Johanna, and then they trade out those heroes. That is going to open up Blaze here for I Just Fizzed as first pick for Degen.M. Okay. It's, I don't know. I don't know about that call. I mean, at this point in the season, maybe they're both banned so much that you're not used to playing with them, you're not used to playing against them, you'd rather just take what is normally available. It's very possible. We are going to see Anubarak Lunara picked up here by Imagine, Virtuoso on the tank, Breakwood on the damage here. Lunara very strong on the map. Anubarak helpful in taking quick fights and rotating well on Towers of Doom. We're going to see Maiev Malfurion, though, coming out for Degen.M, and they're putting together a pretty scary wombo stack right now. Blaze with the area of effect stun. Maiev, great against multiple targets. Malfurion, good multi-target root capabilities. Looks like Degen.M wants to catch and kill multiple heroes with this composition so far. Uther going to be the ban from Imagine. I guess an Uther D-Storm on top of that could have been pretty brutal, and also point-and-click stuns into a Nubarak are pretty useful. A Nubarak, when still too long, is a pretty squishy target. Bit of a squishy bug. Degen.M, looking at a Nubarak Lunara here. They're going to take away some cleanse potential with the Lucio. I like the choice. Lucio, with all these roots, with all these chains and stuns showing from Degen.M, definitely could have caused them some trouble. Fatal Rampage, gonna lock the Leoric here for Imagine, so taking the Leo versus Blaze matchup. They're gonna grab Anduin as well, Richard Gere on that one. So Anduin can get a single save. Pretty useful into this setup, though. Anduin's going to have to watch that positioning throughout this game as to not get caught, because Anduin can't save himself. It's unfortunate, really. RKT101, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Spazzo, welcome, welcome. Heckboozled is going to go for the ETC here for Degen.M, and Yawner's on the Jaina. Further solidifying, they're looking to get one catch, one kill here. ETC, look at that. Very snappy comp coming on out from Degen.M here. We'll see what Imagine's going to bring with the last pick. They've got the flex here for JTR. Do they need some disengage? Do they need some push away? They're going to go with the opposite of those two things. They're going to go with the Genji to get in the back and try to sow some chaos. All right. I like it. I like the play. You've got a Genji bomb situation possibly coming on out here for Imagine. They're going to have to be careful. Degen.M is going to be running at him here. Absolutely going to be running at him. So if Imagine can dodge the engage, I feel like they've got a pretty good chance. Let's start up the prediction. Let's see if we can find a goose real quick. No goose. He's off terrorizing somewhere else in the house. I will go find him after this game for you, Mundane Zebra. But he is, unfortunately, elsewhere. And we've got to get into a match. Let's jump in right now. So I hit the wrong buttons. There we go. All right, we are into the game. On the left in the blue, we have Degen.M. Heckboozled is on ETC, Yawner's on the Jaina, Automatic Z on the Maiev, Envy is playing Malfurion, I just fizzed on the Blaze.
The battle begins in...
On the right in the red, we have Imagine. JTR is on the Genji, Fatal Rampage on Leoric, Breakwood on Lunara, Richard Gere on the Anduin, and Virtuoso on a Nubarak.
Let the battle begin.
Who are the favorites? Both these teams are even in terms of the standings, so they come in here pretty even on the record. And the players, some well-known players on both sides, veterans of the game. Porky likes the right side draft. Let's put your bananas in, the bet is up. Who's going to take this game number one? Right now we see Imagine staying away from that mid-fight, probably a good idea versus an ETC Jaina. Breakwood just going to go ahead and stay on the back gate here, as Genji looks to harass this top lane a little bit and give Leoric a bit of a head start. Yep, Lunara just going to sit on the bottom gate. Heckboozled going to stay in a forward position here. Look to catch on a rotation. JTR and Fatal Rampage going to be seen in lane. There's the slide coming on through. Nice route. The sleep follow-up. Richard Gere has the pull. And Genji is saved. The first blood attempt. Oh, this could be trouble here. Nice route follow-up. Pull from Maiev. Virtuoso has the dig to get away. Jaina Blizzard did finally come up. I just fizzed in the area to connect that kill. Degen.M is going to get their first blood on their second attempt. Now they get to move straight over to the Sapper camp. Don't worry, Mundane Zebra, if you're still here after the game, I will get that goose going for you. If you have to go somewhere, let me know. I can refund those bananas, don't worry. Usually Goose is in the area, but he was elsewhere. Imagine gonna go ahead and take that top camp, come over and get some harassment onto Blaze once again here. Looks like we have a rotation. Anduin was on the way, and Uberak was thinking about it here for Imagine, but it looks like they're doubling back to the mid. Bottom lane control is definitely going over to Degen.M so far. They've taken both camps. They're just leaving Lunara down here in the bottom lane and really trying to focus onto this top lane. Interesting priority coming on out from Imagine to stay away from this lethal squad of 4 on the side of Degen.M. Sappers are going to come on through. Part of this wall is already pretty bruised, as Maiev is going to move forward. Not going to find an Umbral Bind, though, as JTR on the other side. Virtuoso looking for a dig there, but Vault of the Wardens comes on out, and Automatic Z going to get the pull regardless. Virtuoso with no escape. He's got to watch out here. He's trying to move away. We are back to 4v4 down here in the bottom lane as our altars are now activated. Modified training wheels comp? I mean, they are running a Jaina, if that's what you mean. They are running a Jaina ETC. I'm not sure you could call the Maiev Blaze part of it, but okay, I can see that. They are looking to stun and global a target down. That is their game plan right here. Virtuoso going to try to keep Heckboozled off the point here while Richard Gere gets the channel. Slide is going to come through onto 3. Yawner's putting out a little bit of damage with the Blizzard there. It looks like Genji on the top left is harassing Blaze. Maiev going to try to push Genji back. A top trade does go through. Bottom tower, or bottom altar, I should say, still being fought over. 3v3 for the meantime. So both teams trying to find their level 7s, but they're going to have it at the same time, so no immediate advantage. Heckboozled goes for the slide there. Virtuoso manages to avoid the entangling roots, but Automatic Z is flanking. Fatal Rampage coming on down as well as Genji. This could be a big engage here. Slow comes out from the skeletal swing. Nice root onto 2 there from Richard Gere. Double stun is there, but Jaina splitting them with that blizzard damage. Ultimately, ETC is going to be the one going down, and Imagine is going to end up getting the 2-for-1 here on our first objective. Backsapper is up here. We'll see if Imagine can pick this up without another engage. With ETC down, I don't expect Degen.M to come on over here. We see ETC is back. Blaze on the top lane, continuing to put on the pressure. Leoric actually doubling back here. They're going for a camp invade on the bottom left. Envy in trouble. Malfurion is going to go down. I was watching the off lane. I didn't even see the invade attempt there. Nice job by Imagine. They're going to get the both camps in the bottom lane now. We'll see what kind of pressure they can put on. Automatic Z took a little damage there in the mid and was forced to move back. Now ETC is able to get away from Genji there as the Sappers connect onto the wall. Breakwood locked in there. That Lunara damage really shredding the building, and that is going to be all she wrote for that wall. Imagine now a little bit ahead on the path to level 10. See if they can catch a level 10 fight here as Virtuoso and Richard Gere. Scared away, there's Automatic Z, finds the pull onto JTR. Fatal Rampage. Caught there by the entangling roots. But the teams do back off. We got a single deep bottom lane altar for our next objective phase. Imagine very, very close to their level 10s here. We'll lock those in now. See if they want to go for a very quick fight. It looks like they're a little bit split, though. They don't want to take a Snap 10 engage. We do have the Light Bomb, Cocoon, and Tomb, Leaping Strikes, and Dragon Blade here for Genji. Over on the left, Degen.M, we have the Containment Disc, Mosh Pit, Water Elemental, Tranquility, and Bunker. As Heckboozled is looking for a slide here on the left. You see the offlaners coming on down. We're going to have ourselves a full team fight here. ETC discovered on the edge. Fatal Rampage just looking for a slow. Here's the bomb from Virtuoso, but it does not connect. Breakwood on the top side gets away from the Jaina damage as Anduin is put into the cocoon here. There is a big mosh there from Heckboozled off of the containment disc. Virtuoso in big trouble, is going to go down. Anduin falls as well. Great connection there from I Just Fizzed. Secures the kill onto Breakwood. Now Fatal Rampage is being chased out. Will go down as a 4th kill. And Degen.M with their level 10s absolutely turn it on here. And now they're going to siege down the bottom lane. Fatal Rampage trying to cheat death and come back quicker here, but it looks like it's not going to be quick enough. Will spawn here. Heckboozled has that slide ready if necessary. Envy taking a little bit of damage is forced away there by Leoric. They really won't just want the bottom tower. Great containment disc is going to save Heckboozled, who continues to auto attack and gets the kill onto the structure. JTR Dragonblade comes out, wants this kill onto Envy. Great peels there by Heckboozled, but there's the Entomb only catching members of Imagine. Automatic Z going to avoid the... Oh my goodness, look at all those knife resets. Going to avoid the burrow charge from Anubarak. They get the structure and they get away. Wow, Degen.M looking fantastic here in the mid game. Gonna get these camps rolling once again here for both sides. No invade potential. But level 13s are almost here for Degen.M. Now more than a full level ahead. As the sappers do connect onto the tower. Heckboozled wants a slide. Richard Gere going to get the double chastise though. And they won't be able to defend this too much longer. Very, very little health left on this structure. But it is a double bottom lane altar phase, and Degen.M are a full level and a talent tier ahead right now. Sappers are on the way. Virtuoso, Richard Gere, and Breakwood are going to have to try to step up and clear this. Containment disc does land onto Anduin in the back, but Richard Gere gets well into the kill zone to avoid any follow-up engage. Looks like the sappers are going to go down. Blaze and Maiev have backed away here to try to get the channel. Virtuoso wants to step up to avoid having 10 shots come on through. Genji interrupts the top side, so it's just going to be 5 from the bottom side as the bottom tower is taken back. JTR saving at least 1 shot there, if not more. Umbral Bind comes on out. He's going to get the pull, but Genji still had the Swift Strike. So it is going to be 9 shots onto the core of Imagine. But they do grab the bottom lane back, so that is a pretty big deal for them trying to equalize the map here. Heckboozled waiting on the bottom side for a possible engage. Breakwood staying very safe here in the bottom lane. Anubarak is cycling up to the top lane again. They really want to target this Blaze. I Just Fizzed is staying safe here. There is the Entomb coming on out. Bunker is going to be used there. As the jet propulsion, nice dodge on the Impale, and I Just Fizzed gets away. Imagine has been really trying to interrupt that double soak of Degen.M here so far, but I Just Fizzed has been doing a great job of staying alive and not getting caught on those rotations. Big flank coming on through from Imagine. They're looking on the outside here. Heckboozled in some trouble as Maiev is put into the cocoon. Light Bomb once again does not connect, but Heckboozled is looking like maybe out of options. He's going to turn it around with a huge mosh pit, though. It's big full-time stun, and Heckboozled is going to be able to get out. Automatic Z is coming on in. I Just Fizz somehow does not connect on the jet propulsion. Now Fatal Rampage is in trouble, and Leoric goes down. Wow, Heckboozled just does the raw mosh pit, catches 2, no interrupts available, and what was looking like a pick for Imagine turns into a kill for Degen.M. We have now another double altar phase. Leoric is going to cheat death and come on back pretty shortly here. Degen.M have their level 16s. We'll see if they can make the play onto both of these channels. Heckboozled is slowed down, but JTR is going to move over the wall there. Now Furion on the left is going to get the first channel for 5 more shots. Containment disc comes out into the Genji on the top side, but Virtuoso is cutting off ETC. Is the Malfurion going to be enough here? Genji's being chased by the Water Elemental and will get away. Leoric in the bottom lane is not joining the rest of Imagine here. Is Envy going to try to start the channel once again? JTR on the top side tries to jump into the position. Has the interrupt next. is getting very, very low. Automatic Z forces out another Swift Strike, and Envy gets the channel. Another 5 shots onto the core as bottom lane could not be taken down. Core health down to 13. Soon to be down to 9 here as Degen.M are just going to go do a while we're here boss. I think this is a fine play. Usually the boss is a pretty low priority unless you're putting the enemy on a checkmate situation. But there's no way they were going to get to the bottom lane to defend that structure. It was basically already dead. So they grab 4 shots while they can on their rotation. Automatic Z, nice job dodging an Uberak. Virtuoso wanted to find a pick there. Maiev going to get behind the wall. Oh no, busted engage there. Heckboozle give the slide and then try to back away. Camp is taken. JTR goes in. There is the Genji bomb. Light bomb does connect. Huge entomb, but there is the mosh pit from Heckboozled catching 3 members. Big slide onto the back, and Genji is down. These mosh pits have absolutely stymied Imagine so far. Envy wants it onto Fatal Rampage, but will not get it. Yet another kill goes over to Degen.M, and they're looking to take back this bottom structure. Sapper's going to come on through, take it down to half. Triple altar phase is next. This could be game if Imagine can't get at least 2 of these. This could be it right here. They have to defend 2 points now that they're down a structure. We could be moving to a very quick Degen.M victory right now. Fatal Rampage moving across the top side. Malfurion has the bottom channel here. I like this play here. They're going to try to cut off Heckboozled. Breakwood is channeling, but the slide is enough. Right side is channeled, and now it's going to come down to this. Imagine must defend this. Nice pull onto Virtuoso. Manages to get out of there. Maiev put into the cocoon as the Blaze is the bunker is committed by Blaze. Automatic Z is looking to channel once again here. Breakwood gets the auto. Genji bomb, huge hit. The 3 onto the back. Envy with a nice cleanse though. Jaina damage turning it around, and that is 2 dead. Virtuoso tries to go in. Last ditch attempt. Anubarak is going to go down, and now we see the mosh. The full ace is in. Degen.M are going to close out this game in a 14-minute thriller and take game number 1 in this best of 3. GG. Goodness me. Degen.M making it look easy out there. Imagine we're trying to focus on that top lane. We're doing a good job of dodging the kill combos in the early game, but that mosh pit just constantly blew up their engages. Degen.M capitalizing and getting the victory there on Towers of Doom. Very, very nicely played. Let's go over to the post-match. See what we can see here. Yawners on the Jaina. Top hero damage there for Degen.M. A little over 37,000 there. It was Breakwood on Lunara 4, side of Imagine. Almost 28,000 hero damage there, just getting ahead of Genji by the end of the game. Bring up the talents. Didn't even get to level 20 there, but those are the talent builds such as they are. Close out our prediction here and get ourselves ready for a game number 2. Alrighty. Alrighty. I owe a goose. Mundane Zebra asked. I'll go find him. I got some time. There we go. We found a goose. Okay. That's your goose. All right. Goose achieved. Still waiting on our next lobby here. Did it come out? Did not. It did not. All right. Well, what we're going to do then is we're going to take a very short break and hopefully come back in just a couple minutes. We're going to have ourselves a game number 2 of Degen.M versus Imagine. There we go. Easy peasy short break. We've got a lobby and we're setting up here for game number 2. Degen.M currently up 1-0 over Imagine in this heroic division matchup. Where are we going to go for the next map? Let's find out here. We are going to be going to Sky Temple here for map number 2. Chosen by Degen.M. I think I like this map choice. We saw Cursed and Alterac banned away by Imagine. It was the choice of Degen.M to go to this map. I think taking them to a big map is a good way to try to throw Imagine off their comfort here. We'll see if it backfires or not. Sometimes you go, you know, I shouldn't say that just yet. Sky Temple is objectively the lowest played map here in NGS. I've got the figures. People don't play Sky Temple all that much. But sometimes you have an outlier. Sometimes you've got a team that just really digs Sky Temple and does a great job there. Maybe Degen.M is that team. We'll have to see. Readies are coming on out. Let's go straight into the draft. Let's go straight into the draft. We're going to Sky Temple for game number 2. We'll see if there's any reactive bans after that game number 1 there. Anubarak could be on the chopping block. Lunara could be on the chopping block. Will we see Maiev taken away? Was Blaze a problem? Or are they just going to stick to the scouting? So far, they're going to do just that with the Tracer ban here from Imagine. And Garrosh, once again removed by Degen.M. Do we see the Johanna Rhaegar trade once again? Will Imagine stick to the same gambit? They will not. They're going to remove the Maiev. Automatic Z going to have to be picking something else here. So does Degen.M leave both up? They do. They're going to ban out the Lucio. So, Imagine going to snap that Johanna. They find it to be more important. Virtuoso has the big Crusader. So does Degen.M grab there? I feel you got to grab Rhaegar here. So if you're doing that, Junkrat's available. Globals are still up if you want your Dahaka or your Falstad. What's going to be the choice? We're going to go with the Sylvanas. Automatic Z switching over to the Sylvanas and Envy. We'll go ahead and grab the other half of the Johanna Rhaegar gambit. So, Imagine has the opportunity to grab some globals and possibly ban one if that is the strategy they want to go for. Another big power pick that might be in their wheelhouse is the Hogger here on Sky Temple. They are going to grab one global and they are going to go back to the Blaze. Or they're going to take the Blaze away. I just fizzed at the Blaze, so Fatal Rampage is going to pick that up as JTR goes for the Falstad. Okay. Solid setup here from Imagine. They've got good boss control. They've got good front line so far. See what Degen.M is worried about with this setup. They want to get rid of some of that burst, some of that siege in Greymane. Greymane pretty popular here on Sky Temple for being able to clear away those camps. And Hogger is removed here by Imagine. Understandable. Very understandable. So, Degen.M. They have an opportunity to take Leoric here. Leoric can make Johanna's life a little bit difficult if they want to get real funky. They're going to grab a counter global here, though, in the Dahaka. I just fizzed picking that up. What are we going to see for our fourth? Yawner's going for the Genji. So looking to possibly harass the Falstad in the off lane with the ambusher pick. Leaving Heckboozled to flex the tank in the last position. I wonder if they're thinking about a Tyrael. Breakwood is going to grab the Tychus here, Richard Gere going for the Brightwing, so it is indeed going to be double global here for Imagine. Very solid lineup here on the side of Imagine, but Degen.M, are they going to get flexible? Are they going to get funky with it? I don't know if Tyrael would actually be good here, but it would be a very Sky Temple pick. Let's see what Heckboozled is considering. It's just going to be a Murden. Just a standard, down the middle, meat and potatoes Murden. I like it. Murden can hold that front line, counter that engage, slow that attack speed. Very cool setups here. The Genji is definitely another wrench in the gears here. Interesting drafts. Interesting drafts indeed. Well, the time has come. What did you think of those drafts? Who's going to take game number 2? The prediction is now available. Degen.M. They've got the one global in the Dahaka. They've got the Genji for the flanking. Imagine they've got the double global. It's Falstad and Brightwing, and they do have that Johanna. Is that going to be too much for Degen.M to overcome here? We'll have to see as we jump into game number 2. We are jumping into game number 2, and once again, on the left in the blue is going to be Degen.M. Yonners is on the Genji, Automatic Z on the Sylvanas, Envy on Rhaegar, Heckboozled on the Murden, and I Just Fizzed is playing Dahaka. On the right in the red, we have Imagine. Virtuoso on the Johanna. JTR is playing Falstad. Fatal Rampage on the Blaze. Richard Gere is on the Brightwing. And Breakwood is playing Tychus. Are we going to have a dig or a fly onto the site? Which global's going for it? Oh, no globals went for it. No one committed. Unfork. Degen.M is going to go ahead and grab the site here while we see Imagine split once again. This is another game where they've chosen not to scrap in the early going. Virtuoso has the shield. Not so worried about the collapse there from Degen.M as we get into it here. JTR is stacking on that Hammerang, so looking to get a couple of hits there with that Q. As we see Tychus Brightwing clearing up the bottom lane and then trying to get away, they will get on out of there as the heavy hand was rolling on down. So far, pretty even in the rotations. Looks like slightly ahead here is Imagine, though they have been staying split rather than rotating as 4. Blaze did come on down to help out that clear, and now the camps in the bottom lane are available. We're going to see both teams go ahead and jump on those. What's this prediction looking like? A little bit of a favor towards Degen.M, slightly ahead in the betting. We'll see if they can pull it off. See who's got the goods here in game number 2. On the bottom lane here, JTR is going to get collapsed on, taken down to below half by the Shadow Dagger poison of Automatic Z, but JTR does live. Virtuoso coming on down here to try to aid in the wave clear. Brightwing globaling on down as well to try to match this push. Looks like Degen.M are simply going to back off here. Bruiser camps are up as well. We see Tychus on the right-hand side working on that here for Imagine. Breakwood a little bit low, but is doing a pretty good job. Oh, uh-oh. Okay, has the kite. Breakwood was in a little bit of trouble there, but got out and did it just fine. On the left, Automatic Z and Envy going to respond with a Bruiser camp of their own. Heckboozled is down to half here, but has the Dwarf Toss to escape the advancing Virtuoso. Our first objective phase is going to be pinging us in a couple of seconds here. We'll see what the focus is going to be. Envy and Yonners waiting for a possible side engage. Genji is going to get a nice deflect, but the Polymorph turns it off. Murden with the deep flank here, looking for someone in the back. Gets the slow onto Breakwood. Yonners moves on forward. Well, there is the stun coming on out, as well as the Dwarf Toss. Breakwood is isolated and taken down. Very nice timing on that kill there from Degen.M right as these temples are activating. Johanna forced to come up here and deal with the push. Dahaka and Falstad continuing to split here. Temples are up, but no one committing so far. See, the shield has to be used by Johanna to get out there and get that wave cleared up. Degen.M going to go ahead and step onto the top point. Hackboozled catches Fatal Rampage on the face check. Jet propulsion to help escape. Johanna grabbed a couple of shots there in the mid before heading on back to lane clear. As it looks like Imagine are just kind of locked off this top point here. 4 members from Degen.M are holding the point. Johanna choosing to trade here in the mid for Imagine. So it looks like it's going to be a simple trade. Pretty far ahead, though, is the top objective. We might see Degen.M with the opportunity to come on down and steal a couple of shots from this. Heckboozled going to step onto the point here. Virtuoso going to receive a heal there from Richard Gere, and we are going to have a contest here. Just Fizz wanted to find the drag, but will not connect. Just a little bit out of range. Heckboozled is chunked, is going to go ahead and let that trait roll and heal on up. And the point shots do ultimately go over to Imagine here. Looking at the forts, though. Top fort pretty well damaged on the side of Imagine. Oh, GTR is able to barrel roll on out of there. The stun did not connect. Richard Gere gets hit quite a bit, below 200 health, but does escape. Heckboozled, scouting forward. Not too worried about a pre-10 Johanna. Looks like it's just going to be a simple trade onto these siege camps. Dahaka in the top lane could possibly pick up that structure. Falstad showing in the bot. Dahaka might be able to move on forward, but Blaze is headed up there to deal with that. Genji just harassing a little bit down here in the bottom lane. Right wing making their way on down. Pretty close to level 10s on both sides, but fairly even. Either team should get a significant amount of time with that 10 advantage to possibly take a boss or anything like that. Should be getting close to our next temple phase, which will be coming up in the bottom lane here shortly. Automatic Z is going to go ahead and pop the black arrows to get this siege going. 10s are now online for both sides. Degen.M, we've got the Ancestral Healing, Avatar, Isolation, X-Strike, and Wailing Arrow. On the side of Imagine, we have Mighty Gust, Falling Sword, Blink Heal, Bunker, and Odin. So nothing too tricky. Nothing too tricky from either team as we have a collapse onto Muradin in the mid. Gets chunked there a little bit, but does live to tell the tale. Bottom side temple is starting to come up here. Heckboozled. Just going to mount up and move back. Not going to be a deep engage. Looks like Imagine are getting the pressure in the bottom lane first. Virtuoso going to try to get a couple of shots here. Muradin and Genji remaining on the top side. Genji going to try to take the top tower here. Or at least be in the area to possibly ambush somebody while Dahaka finishes off the top structure. Falstad heading on up there, but is likely going to be too late as I just fizzed. Pops the Dark Swarm. Oh, I don't know. Dahaka might not make it out of here. Not able to stay. JTR does save the structure as the engage on the bottom lane is starting. Fatal Rampage, nice connection. Silence Arrow comes on out onto 2. Degen.M is able to disengage. Still on 4v4 here. Dahaka should have an easier time joining the fight than Falstad, though. Falstad is going to have to start flying on in. Start moving towards the mid lane if Falstad wants to fly on in. There's the dig from Dahaka coming on into the back. I just Fizz wants a drag onto Breakwood, is going to get it. Nice falling sword to disconnect the Dahaka tongue. Now, Falstad is flying on down here. Fatal Rampage is stuck in the back, is able to pop the bunker. JTR pushing them all way deep into the corner. Nice connection on the jet propulsion. Johanna gathers them all up, and Rhaegar is going to go down. Genji falls next. Imagine with a double kill, and they're going to be looking for more. I Just Fizzed is going to fall. There goes Heck Boozled. And in a complete turnaround from game number 1, this time it is Imagine that comes up with the quad kill post-heroic abilities. Sylvanas clearing the mid, and now the boss is going to be claimed here by Imagine. Johanna getting bullied by the tornado there. But it looks like they will have enough damage to go ahead and grab this boss. This tornado is such a bully. Boss is going to be claimed here by Imagine. JTR still holding on to the scrap of this top fort. Looks like bottom fort is ultimately going to be the one that falls first, as the boss is locked in. Mid fort is pretty low as well. It looks like a possible flank. No, it's just going to be a camp steal. Nice dismount there from Virtuoso. Imagine not going to test their luck. They do have a 13 advantage here. Uh-oh, Falstad could be in trouble. Brightwing actually has to come up for the save. That's going to give a lot of opportunity here. Uh-oh, Yonners could be caught, is dismounted. Fatal Rampage does not connect as Yonners moves on back to the safety of the mid lane. Boss doing some work here, actually getting all the way to the keep wall before it is going to be ultimately destroyed. Ekboozled trying to save the top side. Shield Glare kill on the building there. Oh, commits the falling sword. Virtuoso going for the 50-second cooldown there. Probably not necessary, but it is a short enough cooldown that it's something, you know, you don't want to die with the falling sword up if you can help it. It is such a short cooldown. If you've got to use it, it kind of stinks not to have it for the next 30 seconds, but not the biggest deal. Not the biggest deal in the world. Fatal Rampage stuns onto 2. Oh, going way into the back there's Automatic Z trying to turn it around. Nice drag onto Blaze. X-Strike comes on out from Genji, though. Everyone's getting a little bit low. Fatal Rampage is going to be stunned out. Nice Skullcracker action. It's going to be the end of Blaze. Automatic Z is going to chase out JTR to the mid lane. Virtuoso not able to gather him up into the Condemn. Uh-oh. Falstad in some trouble here. He is going to get caught. Nice cutoff there by Yonners. It's a double kill for Degen.M as these temples are activating. See Virtuoso trying to clear out the bottom lane, but Genji and Murden should force Johanna to move on back. I Just Fizzed in the top lane. Gonna start the channel here. Virtuoso grabbed, just half a shot down there in the bottom lane. Breakwood is actually challenging I Just Fizzed here. The drag does not connect. Automatic Z in the area, though. Brightwing coming on up to make it a 2v2. Nice polymorph there as I Just Fizzed is trying to turn it around. Does not commit the isolation. Movement speed is enough to get Dahaka on out of there, as Imagine have tripped their level 16s. Muradin able to stay on the bottom point here for Degen.M. Grab a few of those shots. Pretty even in terms of structures. I'd say Imagine is very slightly ahead. They're going to grab the top structure there. Mid is kind of bruised. But all in all, I'd say things are pretty even. Pretty even on the map here. Oh, Heck Boozled wants JTR there. Yonners with the follow-up, but the Stormbolt does not connect. Genji could be in a spot of trouble here. X-Strike does come on out after Envy hit with the Purge. Another possible pick thwarted by a crafty support player in the mid. 16 talent here for both sides. Boss, 30 seconds left. Oh, no. Minute 30. Ekboozled jumping on forward. Does have the long dwarf toss now, so is a threat from further back. JTR keeping vision on the mid. Automatic Z is going to commit one. Nice gust there. Polymorph coming on out as well. Big stun, and there goes Sylvanas. Unable to pop the Unstoppable soon enough. Just stun locked for too long. Great flank there from Imagine. They're going to go ahead and grab the bottom camp steal. Degen.M forced to head on up to the top lane. Virtuoso gonna scout it out. Oh, they're coming up here. We're gonna have a fight. There is Johanna stepping onto the point with that shield. JTR moves on in there. Heck, Boozled wants to move away, pops the avatar and receives the ancestral. Virtuoso with the quick stun, and Murden ultimately does go down. Great follow-up, and that's gonna be it for the Rhaegar. I just fizzed trying to move away. The connection with the grenade is there. Titan grenade with the kill. That is gonna be 1 followed by 3. Imagine might push for a victory right now. It's 30 seconds on Muradin. Do they have the power to do this? They've got a bruiser camp behind them. Odin has already been used. They're not going to test it. They're not going to test it. Probably the right play. Probably the right play. If Genji gets someone too low and gets the execute on it, then you're just in a world of hurt. This is Sky Temple. You can just head on back and do the objective. No problem whatsoever. Virtuoso. Yeah, probably not enough time for a boss either. Maybe if they bailed on the top lane a little bit faster, they could have run at a boss, but again, that's, you know, a risk. That's risky business. It's risky business. And it looks like Imagine not interested in risking it all here, especially on the way to level 20. I just fizzed. Was thinking about it engaged there, but the shield comes out from Johanna, which means the fun stops. No fun allowed when the Iron Skin is up. Right side bruiser picked up here by Imagine, so close to level 20. Just a couple more minions and they will have it, and there it is. Virtuoso going to step up onto the point here. Oh, Automatic Z going to take some shots. Has the Purge and the Self-Unstoppable to move away. Big fly from the Falstad. Wants a Gust. Not going to commit it, though. Not going to commit it onto that little piece of geography there. So right now, Degen.M in a little bit of a tough spot. They're down a keep. They're down level 20s. And now the boss is the play here from Imagine. Boozled. They know they can't do it. There's no way they can do it. Boss is going to have to be eaten here. Stahak is still dealing with the top lane. There's a camp, there's catapults here, and now the boss is going to be definitely taking, at the very least, the bottom lane keep here. It's going to have to be a strong defense and a big team fight if Degen.M wants to pick up this victory. Pretty close to 19. We see Genji just soaking a bit in the mid. Dahaka trying to stay up in the top lane to find that level 20. Sylvanas has the Self-Unstoppable, moves away. Boss is starting to move to the core here, though. It is very high health. They're going to try it here. Odin comes on out from Breakwood, and they're going to move to the core. Wind Tunnel pushes 3 away. Stahaka moves on into the back. Falling Sword is going to try to get the protection here. Blaze Bunker is out, and the core is just taking way too much damage. Imagine are going to strike back and even up this series 1-1. GG. Very nicely played. Sky Temple goes to Imagine. Flipping the script there after level 10s were online. They get the quad kill, and they just never let go. Very nicely played. Let's go over to the post-match here. See what the stats can tell us. Automatic Z on the Sylvanas, top siege, hero damage, and experience soaked on the side of Degen.M. Valiant effort there. Over on the side of Imagine, Breakwood on the Tychus, nearly 40,000 on the hero damage, while JTR led the way on siege and soak. Take a quick look at the talent screen while we close out the prediction here. We'll get ready for game 3. Getting ready for game number 3. All right, updates are made. Fantastic. Alrighty. We're going to be going to a game number 3. Imagine evens it up here. I'll see what it's going to be. We're going to go to another short break, and when we come on back, it's going to be the rubber match, Degen.M versus Imagine. Don't go far. Alrighty, welcome back. We are getting ready for game number 3 of Degen.M versus Imagine. Been an exciting series. Couple of very strong games coming on out from both sides. Let's see where we're going for game number 3. We're going to be going to Battlefield of Eternity. Imagine once again choosing the map here, as Degen.M opted for first pick. So, Battlefield of Eternity. It's a big fight map. See how brawly these teams want to get, or if they want to get tricky with it. If they want to get some side push going. Or if they just want to butt heads in the mid. I think those are the funnest to cast. You get a team, you get some low cooldown heroics, and you just foit. That's what I want to see. See if that's how these teams want to play. We have to wonder no longer. Let's go into the draft. How about that? Let's go into the draft. Draft sound okay? We good with that? Everyone happy? That's good. That's good. Waiting for players. Aren't we all? Okay. Alright, Degen.M going to be first to act here. I imagine pretty similar band's going to start it off here, as we see the Garrosh removed. We'll see if Imagine is going to let the Tracer through. Nah. No Tracers allowed today. No Garrosh is allowed today. We saw Degen.M ban Rhaegar from the first pick spot in game number 1. They're not going to do it in game number 2. They're going to take out the Li Ming. So will Imagine let the Johanna through here on Battlefield? Go for the trade? They shall. Maiev removed here by Imagine. Spooked from that game number 1. I would be too. Maievs are very difficult. Maievs leave a lasting impression on your brain, is what they do. Getting the ban spot there. So we will have ourselves the Johanna Rhaegar trade. Fatal Rampage taking the Blaze there for Imagine. So if you're Degen.M, you've got your Johanna now. Do you want to go with the fabled Johanna offlane? Or not? Or do you just go with Leoric? Well, they've got a Stukov. That definitely tips the hand a little bit into a Leoric. As Yawner's grabbing the Vala as well, our first Vala of the day. Envy on Stukov there. Imagine considering their next ban. See what they're a little bit worried about here. Take out the Hogger. I thought they would ban Leoric. I really thought they would. They're more worried about the Hogger. Anubarak taken away here by Degen.M as they already supposedly have their tank. It could still be an offlane Johanna. It's still possible. But they are going to narrow that tank pool. Oh, Breakwood going with the Chromie. I love some Chromie. Chromie here for Imagine. We'll see what their 4th pick is going to be for the follow-up. JTR grabbing the Sylvanas. Virtuoso going to hold that last pick here for Imagine. Degen.M, they need an offlane or tank. And they need themselves a flex here. See if they can get someone to go and access that Chromie in the back line. Because that's very important in this matchup. Let's see what they got. What do you got? You got a Hanzo? They got the opposite of that. They're going to say, screw Chromie. We're going to attack the front line with an Uther Jaina. Uther Jaina going to be the play here for Degen.M. So this looks like it may actually be a Johanna offlane, unless they're doing Uther offlane, but big time fight time coming out from Degen.M with their double healer setup. Imagine with the last pick opportunity, it's going to be the Stitches. Virtuoso wanting to pick one out of the pack and take him down. Yep, I just fizzed, just moved over to Johanna. Heck, Boozled is going to be on the Uther here. Looks like everyone else is happy with their choices. Good stuff. Good stuff. So, Johanna offlane double healer for Degen.M. We've got the Stitches Chromie with the Rhaegar kick here for Imagine. The bet is yours. Who's going to win this game number 3 in this Heroic Division matchup? Only your bananas can tell. You've got to put that little symbol next to your name. You've got to put the chips on the table. Tell us who you think is going to take this game number 3 on Battlefield of Eternity. An exciting prospect. And you don't have to wait any longer, because we have loaded up and we are moving in. All right. It's game number 3. On the left in the blue, once again, we have Degen.M. Yonners is on Jaina. Automatic Z is on the Vala. Envy on Stukov. Heckboozled is on the Uther. And I Just Fizzed is playing Johanna. On the right in the red, Imagine. Virtuoso playing the Stitches. Breakwood is on Chromie. Richard Gere is on the Rhaegar. Fatal Rampage on the Blaze. And JTR is playing Sylvanas. Let's do it. It's game number 3. We are now on the line. 2-3 split coming on out here for Imagine. Sylvanas, undiscovered in the top lane so far. Trying to stay split, stay loose here. Is Degen.M. Johanna is going to get the scout onto JTR there. Uther actually coming on up. Jaina coming on up as well. Looks like actually, Degen.M, they've sent Uther and Johanna to the top lane. Automatic Z taking some big hits there. We'll see what the split is ultimately going to be. It looks like Uther is starting to break off now. And come on down here. Sylvanas coming down as well. Yonners is going to get hooked there. Richard Gere moves on in. Nice connection there on to the Jaina. Yonners does get away. Chromie can get some good sandblasts in, but definitely has a little bit of trouble going from 100 to 0. That's where this Sylvanas can come in and help that out. But Sylvanas was slightly behind on that hook attempt as they were coming all the way down from the top lane. Bottom camp does go over to Degen.M, as it looks like top camp will easily be claimed here by Sylvanas and Blaze. We'll see how much siege damage can be done down here in the bottom lane. Chromie, pretty decent anti-siege, pretty safe. Stitches, obviously going to be able to step out and possibly find some hooks after this wave is cleared away. As Sylvanas continuing to push on Johanna just a little bit here. Stitches coming on up here looking for Jaina, but Jaina able to squeeze by on that rotation. Fatal Rampage, trying to possibly get in position here as Virtuoso is waiting on the bottom side. Johanna is going to mount up and come across. Doubles back, though. Yonners slips away. Setting the trap there was Imagine, but no one to be found. Now the Chromie vision reveals that everyone, in fact, did escape. Starting a little bit early on the camps are our two teams. We'll see if they want to step on those immediately or hold. It looks like Heckboozled is going to wait in the area here to try to time that out. It's good to get that going as late as you can. You see the left side camp is capped. Right side waiting a little bit longer as Johanna was just going to check that out. The camps are ultimately taken from both teams, and we are closing in on our first Immortal phase of this game number 3. Working on the bottom lane clear here is Imagine up in the top lane. We got a little action here as Fatal Rampage trying to move away. JTR had the is it Banshee's Wail? I never remember the name of that ability. Haunting Wave. Haunting Wave popped there by JTR to escape as the race for the first Immortal commences. About a 2,000 health difference there. Degen.M slightly ahead on the Immortal burn. See if it stays that way. Johanna going to come on down here. Look to get a little bit of blind. Slow them down. Yeah, Degen.M looking like they are definitely going to pick this up. That was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. 89 health difference. Wow. I thought Johanna going over there was superfluous. I did. It turned out it was very necessary as well. The Immortal Burn on the side of Imagine really turned it on there in the second half. Stitch is looking for a quick hook. No one to be found. His level 7s are online now as the push is coming on through. JTR trying to step up, find that clear as the gate is cleaved down. Akuzal is caught on the low side, going to be hooked back in. The Blaze Oil is doing work there, but look at the turnaround damage. Chromie and Sylvanas both taken down. I Just Fizz trying to catch up to Richard Gere here, but Johanna taking huge hits from the fort. Virtuoso is slowed. And the double healer manages to come out ahead. Saw Imagine try to collapse onto one target, but the flank opened up, and you saw Envy and Yawners just take absolute advantage of that back line. Degen.M able to double back and grab that camp after taking the top fort. Fatal Rampage trying to catch up with the bottom lane here. JTR just starting up the camp now. Degen.M are on the way. They might get here in time if they take a direct line. Johanna's coming across. Yawners is going to get there first. They're going to be able to step onto the point. Johanna is here. Fatal Rampage is out. Beckboozle get with the cutoff there. But the camp is going to be claimed here by Degen.M. Nice job by Yawners, trusting the team. The flimsy Johanna steps onto the point, and that's going to be the camp claimed. 5 members from Degen.M down here in the bottom lane get the bottom wall. Beckboozled hooked on in there. Nice follow-up damage from Chromie as the connection comes on out from Fatal Rampage. Beckboozled is low and will go down, but the turnaround kill is good onto Blaze. Trade 1-for-1 here, our two teams, as the Immortals are looking to spawn once again. There's still too much time here on the Shaman camps to get those going before the objective. Degen.M very, very close to their level 10s, nearly a full level ahead here. That should give them quite an advantage on this next Immortal phase. Johanna in the top lane keeping the pressure on as the burn commences. 10s are online here. For Degen.M, we've got the Divine Shield, Rain of Vengeance, Falling Sword, Flailing Swipe, and Water Elemental, as they take a 10,000 health lead here. Still halfway to level 10 is Imagine. They're just going to have to eat this. They're going to go ahead and grab their Shaman camp in the meantime there on the right-hand side, but this is going to be nearly a full Shield Immortal pushing through the bottom lane for Degen.M. Johanna on the top side going to go ahead and try to get that camp. That camp is claimed here, so we're going to have a camp and an Immortal pushing. See how much Degen.M can do here now that the 10s of Imagine are online. We do see the Slowing Sands, Bunker, Gorge, Ancestral Healing, and Wailing Arrow. So Stitches doesn't have the long hook just yet, but does have the Gorge. Possibly make some plays. We see Beckboozled on the edge, looking to find a flank. Fatal Rampage stepping in to try to help that clear. Chromie, nice time trap to allow Fatal Rampage to move on back, and there's still shield left on this Immortal. Virtuoso looking for a hook, but good sense there from Beckboozled to stay away. And now the wall is being taken down very, very quickly. Wall is removed. Last tower is going to be cleaved down. Stitch's hook from the edge is not going to connect there. It's Automatic Z stepping on up. The keep is taking a little bit of damage. Degen.M not going to test their luck here versus this Gorge Stitches. Happy to get as much as they did with this second Immortal. Bottom camp still has a couple of seconds on it, but should be no trouble at all here for Degen.M. Heading on up to the top lane here. No one there just yet, but Chromie checking, seeing that it is indeed safe to go on in. Bottom camp claimed by Degen.M. They definitely won't be getting to the top lane in time on this one. As we see, members are starting to head on back. JTR? Okay, should be fine, should be fine. Johanna getting out of trouble there in the bottom lane as the hearthed members of Imagine get the clear. Now moving aggressively on the top side of the map here is I Just Fizzed and Yawners. With their level 13 advantage, they'd definitely be down to take any fight that they want. Chromie with a very nice scout there in the mid. Now I Just Fizzed is going to look to move through the bottom lane. Virtuoso on the top side, going to be looking for a hook, but doesn't have the long hook just yet. Discovered by the spinning hammers, though, is Stitches. Virtuoso going to have to reposition there as Degen.M moves back. Shaman camps once again not going to be available here at the start of this objective. Johanna is going to find 3 up here in the top lane. Yawners has to watch out and moves on back as our immortal phase is coming on through here.
There is no escaping my justice.
We are in burn position, so both teams just going to go ahead and put as much damage in as they can.
I must take up a new position.
Once again, a little bit ahead is the side of Degen.M. Halfway to level 13 now is Imagine. They're going to have to step up for the defense. Virtuoso looking for a hook opportunity. Yawners, oh, taking a big hit there, but the Immortal is already very, very low. Yawners avoids the hook once again. I Just Fizzed is just living inside that slow zone, but no problem at all. Very, very healthy Immortal as there's Uther going to be taken away by Virtuoso. Big silence as well. There's the falling sword as Heckboozle trying to turn it around here. Chromie on the top side has to go into the stasis. Helping Hand tried to come out, but Chromie dropped the stasis too late, and that's going to be a kill going over to Degen.M. Virtuoso is being surrounded and slowed and going to be taken down as a very healthy Immortal pushes through the top lane. Degen.M might be taking a keep here. If they can get another pick or two, they might be able to take even more. I Just Fizzed moves on forward, is going to get the slow onto Fatal Rampage. The Immortal still with shields is going to move on forward. Keep is low. Keep is going to be taken down here as Heckboozled thinking about an engage. I Just Fizzed catches 2 here. Virtuoso is up. As the Immortal moves onto the core. 15 to 13 is the talent tiers. Hook somehow does not connect there. And it looks like Degen.M not going to have enough to move on forward. Core shielding removed exactly, but no core health taken away. This is a tough spot here for Imagine. They're down nearly 2 whole levels here. They're going to be down a talent tier in just a moment. Only 1 structure remaining. This is going to take multiple victories. Hook comes out onto I Just Fizzed, but that's going to be an unstoppable from Johanna, as we're going to have a camp contest with our level 16s. Virtuoso might just walk up and find a gorge here as Yawners is able to move on back. Stitch is low, gets healed up, is going to get the gorge onto Johanna. Nice silence there is going to push back as this choke is doing some serious damage. Johanna going to move away from the point there. Solid defense, solid fight spot, but no kills for Imagine. Going to see Degen.M just head on down to the bottom camp here, get that pushing. And probably just overall wait it out for the next objective. See Fatal Rampage dealing with the pressure in the top lane while the Shaman camp takes the wave. Yawner's waiting on the low side here. We might just see a straight siege in the bottom lane, but Stitches is ready for it. Virtuoso might look for a hook here, staying on the low side of the wave, though. Virtuoso wants to catch someone on the retreat. I Just Fizzed is wiggling and moving. Gets the blind. No hook attempt coming on out, though. Definitely a little hard to get the hook onto the Johann. What can I say? Shaman camp is going to be claimed here by Degen.M. They still have the 16 advantage. They're about to have level 17 scaling as well. Water Elemental comes on out from Yawners on the top side. Silence is going to push Virtuoso back. Immortal Burn is coming on through here for Degen.M. They are going to trip halftime. 15,000 health ahead of the pack. Oh, Envy is pulled on in, but Heckboozled with a very nice stun is going to prevent any Gorge. Heckboozled now being able to move away, and we are in defensive immortal positions. So Imagine has an opportunity to possibly move to the side lanes, get these cleared, and get their level 16s. But Degen.M, they're not going to let that happen. They're just going to move on up here and push the objective. Virtuoso wants a hook, automatic Z, gets the avoid. I Just Fizzed in the back is causing all sorts of havoc here. As Fatal Rampage in some trouble, double stun comes on out, Ancestral canceled by the bunker. Oh no, I think that hit. Blaze is healed up. There's the D-shield, self-D-shield there by Heckboozled. JTR on some trouble on the low side, has to pop the self-unstoppable. Yawners is caught on the top side and will go down, but the Immortal, full health Immortal, is going to go over to the side of Degen.M, but can they get away? Falling Sword is popped by Johanna for the escape. And once again, lanes are getting pushed in. We got 4 catapults in the top lane, 1 catapult in the bottom lane. Even without Jaina, this is going to be a tough defense here, as the keep is already approaching half health. Here comes Degen.M, still 20 seconds without Jaina, and then it's the full ride across the map. This Immortal has so much shielding on it. Hook, not going to connect there from Virtuoso. Immortal should have no problem at all taking down this structure. Just trying to bide their time right now is Degen.M. Virtuoso wants another hook opportunity. Not going to connect. Jaina is up and on the way, as the Immortal is now working on the core. Stitches is dismounted. Jaina still a little bit behind here, and Degen.M are going to back off. With Jaina there, they might press their luck. But without Jaina, might as well just keep on doing what you're doing. You're now 4 structures ahead here, well on the path to level 20. Imagine are the team that are going to have to make the risky plays here. Top lane camp is the next target here for Degen.M. Chromie does see them doing it, but not much they can do. They just gotta keep their lanes cleared and hope the next team fight goes their way. That's kind of where you're at right now. Oh, there's a hook onto the Uther. I Just Fizzed is going to be caught there. Uther has the self-D-shield, moves on up to the top side. Fatal Rampage could be cut off here. Double stun from Uther comes on out. There is the bunker. Ancestral lands. Huge arrow from Sylvanas is going to force the move back. Heckboozled is pulled once again, but this could be trouble here. Johanna is going to drop with the falling sword. Can Stitches get on out? Automatic Z is locking in. There's the healing, though. Whew. Very, very close. Very, very close. Virtuoso going to try to step up and find a hook over the wall here, possibly. Is dismounted. That is enough to escape. Degen.M managing to get out of there. 20 seconds till our next Immortal phase. And very close to level 20s on the back of that. Camp going to be picked up here on the right-hand side. JTR clearing up bottom lane catapults. So our Immortals are about to spawn in. Quick Shaman take from both sides here. Virtuoso wants the hook. Heckboozled has the dodge. And now, Imagine needs to take a quick fight, because level 20s are very close. Will Degen.M show and give that fight? Virtuoso has got to be stepping up here. There they go. Envy takes a hit. Virtuoso wants the hook. Heckboozled is caught, and they're going to get the Gorge. Shambling Horror to move on back. Fatal Rampage, very nice. But may pay the price for this. Bunker is pulled. There is the Falling Sword coming on out there. No 20s locked in yet, though. Heaven's Fury was not online. Heckboozled pulled once again here as I Just Fizzed trying to move forward with the save. Uther is slowed, but does move away. There is a camp now on the core here. Catapults are being slightly distracted. The camp has to be dealt with, and now the Immortal race is going to be going in favor of Degen.M. Good attempts there from Imagine. They're just going to have to keep on putting on the pressure, but the catapults in both lanes are really starting to stack up here. Chromie Trap is going to come on out. Heckboozled in some trouble. Gets the self-armor and starts to move away, and heck, Boozled manages to survive once again. Top lane is starting to collapse here. Fourth catapult is on the way. Degen.M knows they don't have to take this fight. They can just wait. The lane pressure is going to be too much here. Hook does not land. Fatal Rampage wants a flank, thinking that they have to back, and now Johanna steps up. Gonna prevent the backs here. Now the Immortal is starting to take damage as Fatal Rampage in some trouble. Stukov is slow. The Heaven's Fury Bolts do come on out, but Uther does go down. JTR on the low side is taken down as Jaina falls in the back, but the core is taking too much damage here. The catapults are locked in. Fatal Rampage is trying to move back. The bottom lane catapult is distracted, and the core is down to 20%. This looks like Degen.M with a march to victory here. They're down 3-4 in characters. Now it's 3-3, but the core is already down to 20%, and we have a very healthy Immortal coming on through. I don't think this defense is possible here from Imagine.
The wickedness of hell dwindles before
They're going to do their best, but the lane is cleared up,
bring down the gates.
and here comes the objective. We are in a 3v3 situation. Fatal Rampage tries to get a quick fight here. Johanna with the falling sword is going to force out the bunker, but now the objective moves into the core. Look at the damage coming on out. There's no way to stop that. GG has been called. Degen.M are going to wrap up this series with a 2-1 victory here on Battlefield of Eternity. Textbook victory, very nicely played. The team fights go in their favor. The side lanes get cleared while you're ahead on the map. It's exactly how you want to play it if you're Degen.M, and the inevitable victory from the lane pressure is achieved. Valiant effort there from Imagine, but just not enough there in game number 3. Let's go to the post-match summary. See what the stats can tell us. I just fizzed on the Johanna. Look at the stat line there. Top siege, top heroic damage, almost 69,000. Very nice damage. Top self-healing for what it's worth. And top experience soaked. That's the kind of performance that tells you why the Johanna gets banned. Look at that hero damage. That's just crazy. Breakwood on the Chromie there for Imagine. Top hero damage getting ahead of JTR in the end. Nearly 47,000. Take a look at those talents as we close out our prediction and see if we can get ourselves an interview with the winning team. Hello, Automatic Z. Congratulations on the 2-1 victory.
Thanks. I was looking a little dicey in that second game, but pulled everything together.
Pretty polarizing series there. Starting off on Towers of Doom. Level 10s came online, and it looked like the ETC diff there from that point on. Did you feel like the turn was going to be that hard when the heroics came online? Was that sort of how the draft was built?
I kind of felt like, especially with the old I went, we were trying to really focus on just locking down the Genji, and then everything else kind of fell into place, because if Genji can escape or if we can kill him, then we can set everything else up, and it kind of put a lot of pressure on him, and then everything else just kind of worked.
It looked like Imagine was trying to put a lot of pressure onto the top lane there on Towers of Doom. Was that a strategy that you were able to see coming there, or is that just, good safe play from the Blaze?
We kind of saw that they were just doing like a 1-3-1 at the beginning there, and then a rotating top, so I just said I'd go up and catch it. We didn't expect it, but we just adjusted as the game went. So it didn't do too bad against it.
Okay. Yeah, but like very solid. I think that was a 14-minute game, 14-minute victory there on game number 1. Moving into Sky Temple, seemed like the tables got flipped around a little bit there. Level 10 came online, and Imagine comes on through with the quad. Did you feel like that fight, we just took a bad angle, or what happened there on the level 10 fight?
Honestly, I don't remember it. I remember the last 3 minutes more than that level 10 fight, to be honest, because it just really snowballed out of control in their favor. Because once they picked me off with Gus, and then they invaded our camp, it almost felt like the game was just basically done at that point. I
Okay.
was so affected by that I completely glossed over the tens.
It was a tough one. Sky Temple, a map that doesn't honestly come up all that much in NGS. Are you when it comes to these lesser played maps? Do you get a lot of practice reps on those?
Well, we kind of identified that they were banning bigger maps, so we just thought we could take advantage of that with the macro on Sky Temple, but it just seemed like at level 10 it just didn't go in our favor the way we wanted it, and there was a few macro calls that we were kind of clashing on, it seems. So, but that's why we were focused on that
Oh, okay.
with the
Well,
two bans that they had for map.
makes sense. Makes sense. I mean, yeah. I mean, Alterac Pass, Cursed Hollow, big, wide macro maps. Sky Temple pick made sense to me for sure.
Mm.
Looking at game number 3 there, Battlefield of Eternity. The old school double healer with the OP Johanna in the off lane. Did you think you were actually going to be able to put that entire draft together as you were as you were planning it there?
We were kind of shooting for the Joe, and we kind of anticipated it would have been banned, so we were going to do another Flex Bruiser, but we were shooting for that double healer because it's really punishing, especially in the immortal phase when you're trading. Having double healer and staying more healthier versus the team with one healer, it tends to lean in your favor.
When
So
you're
yeah,
going up when you're going up against a Stitches comp like that, I mean, you've got a good brawling comp. It looked like when you were getting pulled in, a lot of the time it wasn't really that big a deal. It was just like, okay, we'll start the fight. Were there any
yeah.
were there any positions there where you were really worried about, the kidnap, or was it just if it comes out, we'll just go fight him?
Yeah, not in particular. And the fact that Uther basically ate all of them, it saved him having to walk up to the target and stun if we needed it. But, and then he also has his own, save, his ult, right? So
Hmm.
it kind of worked out for us.
Very
It was a good time for sure.
yeah, I mean, very, very nicely played on Battlefield. Just a structure, at least with every immortal, keeping the lanes pushed in, and just a solid victory by the end. Very, very nicely done.
Thanks. Yeah, it was a team effort for sure. Especially
Looking
that
at the,
Joe
yeah.
with
Oh,
them
yeah. I mean, just I
massive
still got the
numbers.
stats up here. Yeah, top hero damage by a pretty significant margin, 69,000 to Volus 55.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're seeing why that Johanna gets banned quite a bit. Eh?
Mm-hmm.
Goodness gracious me! But looking at the standings here, we're starting to come towards the end of the regular season. This puts you in the hunt for moving up to third place, possibly pushing on second place there. As we move forward into the playoffs, are there any sort of rematches or matches from previous seasons against teams you're looking to play against?
No, not really. I'm just kind of, at least from my perspective, I'm just adjusting as we go and prepping when we can. I know usually a day ahead of time, I like to scout out drafts and maps and just take it as it comes. Not really keeping an eye out for anyone. Just excited for the challenge in the division for sure.
Very cool. All right, Automatic Z, thank you so much for joining me. Any final
Yeah.
shoutouts you'd like to make before we close out?
Hey man, shout out to you. We rarely get casted, so I know we get those backup casts, but just the live ones, I don't know, they slap different. So thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it. It's gonna be fun to watch this one back, and shout out to my team. Kind of formed on a whim, and we're doing all right.
Fantastic. Once again, congratulations on the victory and good luck going forward in the season.
Thanks, Crush. Appreciate it.
I'll see you.